Yo, 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 yo. What's good with it? It's the homie Mac. Music, art, culture, knowledge. Each one, teach one. Peace and love to everyone. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Subscribe to the YouTube channel 82 Kings. Um, Appreciate everybody that's been showing love to the movement. Subscribe to the YouTube channel again, 82 Kings. We're on Instagram at MACK_82. Check us out. The movement is moving, man. But yeah, in light of well, first of all, this is a session of Mac minutes. And minutes minutes don't suffice to cover the gravity of what I'm about to talk about, which is Bay Area hip hop. This session of Mac minutes was inspired by the versus battle between the homie Too Short and the homie E40. Much love and respect to not only them but the Bay Area. Not only the Bay Area in general, but those two rappers in particular. The amount of artistic contributions that the Bay Area has given us, it's not even just the art, but the culture. But that's a whole nother conversation. And when I say art, it's not limited to hip hop. It's all musical genres across the board. The Bay Area, there's a captivating spiritual energy that's there. There's a heightened sense of creativity there. I just sense it every time I go. The Bay is one of my favorite places to go to. And when I say Bay, I'm talking about East Bay. I'm talking about Oakland, Frisco, Vallejo, Richmond, Hayward, Pittsburgh. A lot of y'all don't know there's a Pittsburgh in Cali. Antioch, just the whole the Bay Area itself and the periphery. There's just a lot of creativity there. A lot of people I've met from there are very unique. But anyway, this was inspired by the versus battle between Too Short and E40, both with long-standing careers in hip hop as we know it. Their reach is very far-reaching. But yeah, I want to talk about just why I love Bay Area hip hop. I always felt like rappers like Spice One, Too Short, E40, Selly Cell, Rappin' Forte. Who else you got? Souls of Mischief. The whole Hieroglyphics crew, Delta Funky Homo Sapien. Like the spectrum is so vast. You can't put the Bay in a box. Mac Dre. How could I forget Mac Dre? There's Tupac. Even Tupac. I know some people don't consider him a Bay Area rapper, but he came up in the Bay. He got most of his game from the Bay Area. But the thing that I loved about the Bay Area hip hop in particular, I felt like they were always putting you on game. Like they were teaching you how to move, what pitfalls to watch out for. Like it was always gamed, and I always respected that. Like from Too Short, even. Maybe not in the most positive ways, but he definitely was teaching us how not to be a simp and not to get played by women. Take that how you want. I know some people may say he was hyper misogynistic. It is what it is. E40 with the financial acumen. He did a lot of teaching through his music. Tupac with the He gave us a sense of social justice, gave us a political education. Pac is my favorite rapper. Who else you got? You got Seagram, MC Hammer. A lot of people try to clown Hammer, but Hammer definitely left an indelible mark on hip hop culture, pop culture in general. Just the thing, and I'll even say this, like with the hyphy movement, I personally am not into hyphy, but I respect it. I would even go as far to say hyphy is the precursor to crunk. I don't know if I had to sneeze or yawn, but hyphy is the precursor to crunk. I would say, because hyphy is basically about rhythm and movement, and it's really call and response, chant based. high energy. It's the precursor to crunk music. A lot of people got their game for the Bay and don't even know it. That's not a diss to ATL or diss anywhere. I'm a native of Detroit. I've always felt like Oakland, the Bay Area, but specifically Oakland, I always felt like they were our cousins. Like, they're like, I always say Oakland is Detroit with better weather. But, yeah, I've always had an appreciation and respect for the Bay. Oh, the Loonies, as I talk, more artists come to my mind. More present day or younger, newer rappers, I would say guys like Filthy Rich, the whole Live Wire movement, Jay Stalin, Kamaya, she's doing her thing, G-Eazy, I think he's from Berkeley, yeah, Berkeley's, yeah. I think that the Bay Area is not, it doesn't get its just due. It's not appreciated like it should be. Even as far as independent movements, we always talk about the South. We talk about how 3 6 Mafia hustled out the trunk, how guys in Texas hustled out the trunk, how guys in Atlanta hustled out the trunk before mainstream hip hop embraced them. But we have to keep in mind, hip hop has always primarily been New York based, New York centered, and LA. Those have always been the main media markets for hip hop. And the Bay Area, I would say, as far as I can see, they were the first ones hustling out the trunk. E40 was hustling out the trunk in the 80s. Too Short was hustling out the trunk in the 80s. And I think they just showed the mainstream market that the Bay Area was a viable market. And so mainstream tapped into that. Some of my favorite albums were, In a Major Way by E40, where he had the, he was cooking dope in the jumbo pot with the cell phone, with the huge transformer looking cell phone, and he was inside a Rolex watch. Check that out. Life is Too Short by Too Short. That was a dope one. What are some other ones I liked? At Night in the Ghetto by Kamaya. Check that out. That came out in like maybe 2016. What else you got? Hieroglyphics. Not hieroglyphics. Souls of Mischief. Shout out to the Hyro crew. But Souls of Mischief, 93 Till Infinity. My favorite hip hop song of all time is 93 Till Infinity. So, yeah, that lets you know a little bit where I'm coming from. Tupacalypse Now. Again, just the energy in the Bay is very eclectic. It's a wide spectrum. You can't put it in a box. I've always had an appreciation for the Bay. Mr. Fab is another one. Mr. Fab is one of the nicest, I feel, bar for bar to ever do it. Dude is definitely, he's nice off the top. He's a good writer. I've always respected the hustle of the Bay, too. You got guys in the Bay, they hustling art. They hustling, they hustle their own media. From just graphic design and just different things. Like, again, you can't really put the Bay in a box. But this is a session of Mac Minutes. I know I might have missed some rappers out the Bay. But yeah, the Bay, I don't know if there's any documentaries on Bay Area hip hop, but there's definitely one that needs to be made. And there needs to be some money and some time put into it, because the Bay, I think the Bay Area, to a great extent, it embodies hip hop culture. It embodies just art, and I would say specifically art from an African-centered perspective, but just art in general. A lot of creatives in the Bay. It's the homie Mac. Music, art, culture, knowledge. Like, share, comment, subscribe, share, follow the movement. It's your homie signing out from the Dogon. Each one teach one, each one teach one. Peace and love.